What's up, y'all? It's your boy Charm City Gamer here, and holy hell! What a money in the bank we had last night. Surprises all over the place. So, let's not waste any time. Unlike a certain hillbilly from New York, I jump right into things and don't worry about pathetic sponsors that nobody and their mama would even buy. So let's jump into it. Pre-show. Usos defeated the Mysterios in a decision I honestly questioned because, well, frankly, with Jimmy having the DUI recently, why would you give him the title? It's like, it's basically like you're rewarding him for getting arrested. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I personally would have had, as much as I can't stand the heel character, I would have had Otis and Gable beat the Mysterios. Because, I mean, you're building Otis and Gable up, but I guess they see money in this whole full bloodline thing, even if I personally cannot wait for Reigns to lose the title, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, nobody cares about the pre-show. I mean, the finish came when Ray went for 619, but Jimmy took the bullet for Jay, and then, what was it? I think it was like an Uso splash, and as he went for the pin, the other Uso applied leverage on Jay's feet, so he stayed on the pinfall. I can't remember. It was a while ago, and honestly, I don't care to remember a pre-show match. So anyways, that's that. Main card. Women's Money in the Bank. It was Nikki Ash versus Alexa, Asuka, Liv, Naomi, Natty, Tamina, and Zelina. And the ending of this match, my goodness, I don't even know how to describe this thing. But I'll try to describe it. Anyways. Anyhow, I will try to describe things. Match starts, everybody's just going, you know, they're brawling and everything. And Alexa, she's just, you know, she's just sitting up on the turnbuckle, not doing anything, just chilling out, and all of a sudden, you know, ring's clear, and it's just her left in the ring, and she just kind of looks up at the briefcase and goes, like she's gonna use her powers to bring down the briefcase. And I actually thought that was gonna happen. That would have been pretty clever way to use her character to actually win the match. But it of course didn't happen because Zelina actually stopped her. Most of the match, Natty and Tamina actually dominated the whole thing. I honestly don't know why, because they're tag team champions and they shouldn't have been in the match, but that's what happens when you release talented stars that could use a shot, like Ruby Riott, the Iconics, Mickey James, and a bunch of others. But I'm not here to discuss releases. I'm here to discuss one hell of a show. So, anyways, Zelina's going up the ladder later on in the match. Zelina's going up the ladder, and then Alexa's there. And as soon as Zelina sees her, Alexa just got this smirk of like, yeah, you can't get by me. And Zelina just looks at her like, oh, fuck. She knew she was screwed. And all of a sudden, Lexi just turns her head like this. And just starts looking into Zelina's eyes and just kind of entrances her. And she puts her fist out like this and they just start climbing down. And then Lexi just scampers right back at the briefcase. Right back up to get to the briefcase. Like she puts Zelina in a trance to get her to climb down right off the ladder. That shit was hilarious. But anyways, Natty stopped that. And eventually they had Lexi buried under about 7 ladders. So that took her out of the match. One of the highlights was Liv. She didn't even have an open ladder. Well, open, and she just kind of sprints up there, has her hand up on the briefcase, like she's literally touching the briefcase, but she couldn't pull it down. And another one was Nikki Ash, as they call her, almost a superhero, or as the announcers cringingly refer to it, Nikki ASH. They couldn't just say Nikki Ash. I don't know why. I mean, it's right there, Nikki Ash. Just say Nikki Ash. You don't have to literally spell it out like we're 5-year-olds here. Come on. Anyway, they had all the other competitors in the ring, and Nikki's on a ladder outside the ring, and all of a sudden she just goes, phew, jumps from the ladder into the ring, flattened everybody. That was awesome. I mean, who needs superpowers when you can do shit like that, eh? Yeah, that was cool. They're just like, phew, Yeah, it's like, she says she's almost a superhero. Well, maybe she can fly with shit like that. Anyways, there's that, and then toward the end of the match, everybody's just on the ladder, just sprawling with each other, and Nikki just goes chirp, chirp, chirps is right up to the top of the ladder. Everybody's brawling. Nikki just like grabs the briefcase, unhooked the briefcase, and your winner and Miss Money in the Bank, Nikki Ash, almost a superhero, etc., etc. And everybody's in the ring like, oh. Did that really just happen? Oh! Oh! Ah! And, you know, Liv, she's emoting the hell out of this. I mean, you've all seen how hard they pushed her and how hard she's pushed for this on social media. You know, she wants the opportunity and she's just there utterly crushed. Like, I'm not good at emoting tears and shit because I can't make tears with my chronic drive, but take my word for it. Actually, I'll put up a picture on screen right now of Liv, and you'll see what I mean. Because it was like, let me tell you, if you were a Liv fan and you saw that, and I personally am a Liv Morgan fan, you saw that, you would be freaking crushed too. So, that happened. I do feel bad for Liv, because I mean, she worked hard. And Nikki just kind of snuck in, and it was, it was an interesting finish, that's for sure. But in any case, that's what happened. Nikki won the briefcase. Moving on, AJ Styles and Omos against the Viking Raiders. Basic tag team match. Nothing major happened here. Finish came when Hanson and Rowe, I'm not calling him Eric and Ivor, that's just a dumb name. Hanson and Rowe had Omos outside the ring, hit the Thor's hammer on Styles, but Omos got on the apron and shoved that. Which one is Rowe? Hold on, I gotta check this out. Which one is Rowe? Hang on, I gotta check their page, see which one is Rowe, because I can't keep track of which one's Rowe, which one's Hanson at this point. Yeah, Hanson is Ivar and Rowe is Eric. But anyway, they shoved Rowe. Wait a minute, hold on, I hit the wrong button. They shoved Rowe into Hanson, and all of a sudden they shoved Rowe into Hanson to break up the count, and then Omos delivered a two-hand choke bomb on Rowe to keep the titles. And then WWE title, Kofi against Lashley, is pretty much a squash for Lashley, as much as it kills me to say it. It was essentially a squash. One moment. Like I said, it was essentially a squash. Kofi within the first few seconds. Kofi delivered a double stomp to Lashley's chest for a near fall, and he just kept locking in the Hurt Lock, hit a few Dominators, and then he locked in the Hurt Lock, and I guess Kofi passed out. I didn't see a tap out, so nothing really special with the WWE title match. It's standard fare because, well, you know, Vince loves his big sweaty man. Vince loves big sweaty man. Gotta have a big sweaty man as the WWE champion. That sounded like my Yoda impression, you know. And then the match said, oh my god, everybody's gonna start complaining about Rhea defends against Charlotte Flair, and during the match, you know, big chance of we want Becky. It was really loud chance of we want Becky, and she did not like, Charlotte didn't like that. She actually flipped off the crowd, so she didn't like that one bit, man. It was like, you know, she did not like that one bit, let me tell you, as someone that was watching the match. And during the in the finish, Rhea went for the Riptide, but Charlotte countered into a Tornado DDT for a near fall. Hit second rope natural selection, near fall. And Ripley actually hit a German suplex on Flair, with Flair hitting the back of her head on the turnbuckle. And as she went outside of the ring, Flair actually rammed her. She rammed Rhea's head into the turnbuckle, and then she put Rhea's foot in the steps. Now here's the booking inconsistency I've been wondering about. Now Rhea gets disqualified for using the freaking table cover, yet she can trap Rhea's leg in the steel steps and kicked it multiple times, and then was allowed to submit Rhea with the figure 8 to win the title. Yet when Rhea used the table cover, she got disqualified. Yet Charlotte can put Rhea's leg in the steel steps and then kick out her leg while it's in the steps and not get disqualified. Like, where's the discrepancy here? If Rhea can't use the table cover, why can you use the steps with Rhea's leg inside? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But anyway, Charlotte has the title for the 5th time, but I personally don't expect her to hold it very long because, you know, Nikki's the reigning Miss Money in the Bank, and I expect her to cash in very soon and win her first singles championship. And when she does, you will see a massive pop reaction from me, because let's face it, she's freaking deserved it for way too long now. Anyways, men's Money in the Bank. There was a lot of problems with the stream. I didn't even get to see the entrances because of the stream. And there was some pretty good moments. I mean, Riddle was delivering RKOs to everybody. You know, working stuff like his buddy Randy Orton. Owens gave stunners to everybody. And what's funny is that after, it was during the end, Drew was actually about to win the match, but Jinder and his buddies Shanky and Veer, they carried him off, so Drew never came back in the match. Ricochet actually climbed the ladder, looked like he was about to win. Riddle pushed the ladder over, and Ricochet he jumped onto the ropes and then did a springboard, I guess, moonsault on the other competitors outside. That was the spot of the night, in my opinion. But, you know, that was nuts. And Seth actually, you know, he gave Shinsuke a stomp, and that would take him out. And Owens went up to climb the ladder. Rollins pulled him off, and then hit him with a powerbomb through a ladder. You know, that took Owens out. Rollins is gonna climb the ladder to get his second briefcase, and then Big E stops him. You know, pulls him off. You know, climbs up there, hits a super ass big ending, and then wins the briefcase. So, I mean, there's your future Universal Champion, unless he actually... Well, I think he's probably going to go after Bobby Lashley because he's been running through his New Day buddies. But, you know, Big E, he's one step away from his first World Championship. Couldn't be happier for the big fella. Main event time. Reigns and Edge. Reigns goes to the spear. And, you know, Edge move. Reigns goes to the barricade. Ref bump, and he tries to use a broken piece of chair to put him in the crossface. But, you know, Edge reversed and locked Reigns in instead. Usos tried to interfere to help out their boy, but the Mysterios stop that. Rollins comes in and hits a super kick. Reigns goes for a spear. Edge hits a spear of his own. Another ref comes in, near fall. Honestly, that was going to be it. But then Rollins came to the ring. Edge kicked him off the apron. And then, you know, with the distraction, Edge turns around right into a spear from Reigns. 1, 2, 3. Roman retains the title, and he's like, "Everybody's got to acknowledge me now. I'm the tribal chief." Blah 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 blah. And all of a sudden, Cena's back, and oh my God, that crowd went ape shit, man. That crowd went ballistic, I tell you. I mean, Michael Cole had a freaking A1 voice crack out here. It was crazy, man. You know, Cena comes in, and he's like, "Oh my God, Cena's here!" It's like that, but, you know, with a voice crack. And he just stares down Reigns to end the show. So, yeah. Cena's back. Nikki is Miss Money in the Bank. I'll put a pic up of her. Well, actually, you guys will see the pic on the thumbnail. And E is Mr. Money in the Bank. If I find a pic, I'll put that up for you. And Cena's back. So, all in all, pretty good show. The only thing that would change is the Usos becoming champions, because I don't feel they needed it. And If Nikki wasn't Miss Money in the Bank, I would have Rhea retained, but I have a feeling that Nikki's going to cash in and take the title from her anyway. So yeah, that was the show, and unlike a certain hillbilly idiot from New York, I got this review over with in 15 minutes instead of wasting 2 hours of your time. So I hope you've enjoyed this little review, and till the next video, you all know what to do. Follow me on Twitter at InGregBailey, Sunday on YouTube at SharpCityGamer. Till next time, peace out everybody, and hope you enjoy the first Raw with the crowd in 70 weeks. Till then, peace!